The best place to start a story is at the beginning, and what's better for a beginning than the birth itself? So, hello there, and in this video, I am going to talk about the plot of House of the Dragon without spoilers. Well, since the series is not yet here, I might end up giving up some spoiler, so keep that in mind while watching this video. So, before further ado, let's get straight into it. So let us start with the beginning. That is the birth of the children of Jaehaerys Targaryen. Jaehaerys Targaryen has 14 children. That's right, 14. And even though most of them, like a lot of them has died as an infant or child, and almost all of them died before the death of the old king himself, they left enough successive for the Iron Throne that a struggle like the Dance of the Dragon was inevitable. Out of those 14, we are going to look at two major children of Jaehaerys Targaryen, Aemon Targaryen and Balon Targaryen. With the death of Jaehaerys' first and second born, Aegon Targaryen and Daenerys Targaryen, Aemon Targaryen became the heir to the Iron Throne. Both Aemon and Balon was worthy for the Iron Throne, with Balon walking on exact footstep of Aemon Targaryen. Both of them were well respected, both of them were worthy knight, and both of them were able prince. Aemon was married to his aunt Jocelyn Baratheon. I know, incest, but it was very common in Targaryens to marry in their own bloodline, as we have seen in Game of Thrones and we will see in House of the Dragon. And so I'm not here to judge them. So let's go further into the video. That Aemon Targaryen married to his aunt Jocelyn Baratheon. From her, she has a daughter Rhaenys Targaryen, also known as the Queen Who Never Was, and we will know in some time why she was called that. While on the other hand, Balon Targaryen was married to her sister Alyssa Targaryen. Told you it was common for them to marry in their own bloodline. So Balon married to her sister Alyssa, and he had three sons: Viserys Targaryen, Daemon Targaryen, and Aegon Targaryen. On an unfortunate day in 92 AC, Aemon Targaryen was killed by an arrow that pierced through his neck and killed him instantly. And with his death, the death of the heir to the Iron Throne, the question of succession arises. Who is going to be the next heir to the Iron Throne? Will it be Balon or Rhaenys? At the time of Aemon's death, Balon Targaryen was a man of 35, while Rhaenys was just a girl of 16. Balon was a seasoned knight. He just had taken revenge for Aemon by killing the Myris invader who have killed Aemon Targaryen. And also, Balon was a male that helped a lot in his case for his claim to the Iron Throne. And thus, the old king and the small council chose Balon over Rhaenys as the heir to the Iron Throne, passing over the claim of Rhaenys Targaryen and his possible son, as at that time Rhaenys was married to Corlys Velaryon. Now, skip to 101 AC. In 101 AC, Balon Targaryen dies, and the question of succession again arises. The question of succession again comes into consideration, and this time it was against Rhaenys Targaryen, whose claim has already been passed over for Balon, and this time against her claim it was Viserys Targaryen, the firstborn of Balon, the first son of Balon and Alyssa Targaryen. And this time again, Jaehaerys Targaryen passed Rhaenys' claim for Balon's son, Viserys. But this time Rhaenys and Corlys Velaryon did not sit silently. They cried out for their claim and the claim of his son, Lyonor Velaryon. Jaehaerys Targaryen reverted to their claim. By putting up by summoning a council, also known as the Great Council of 101, where a lot of lords and ladies meet together to decide who will be the future heir to the Iron Throne. It was a council that no one has ever seen. amount of lord and ladies present at the council, the number of lords and ladies that gathered there were beyond ever the Westeros have ever seen. And the decision that the Great Council ended up taking was exactly that of the old king, that they chose Viserys' claim over Rhaenys. And the prime reason for that was he was a male heir rather than Rhaenys, who was a female heir, thus making Viserys Targaryen the heir to the Iron Throne. If you look at this situation, this case, this was also a struggle for the Iron Throne. But since at that time, the person who sat on the Iron Throne, the person who was the king of the Seven Kingdoms, was none other than Jaehaerys himself, the wisest of every king who ever sat on that throne, the king under whom the Seven Kingdoms was the most prosperous ever. He resolved that struggle between two branches of the Targaryen bloodline, between Rhaenys and Viserys, in a peaceful manner. But this wasn't the case for another struggle that happened between Rhaenyra Targaryen and Aegon II, and thus happens the Dance of the Dragon. After the death of the old king, Jaehaerys Targaryen the Conciliator, in 103 AC, as per the wishes of the Great Council of 101, Viserys Targaryen became Viserys Targaryen, first of his name, king of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the first man, lord of the Seven Kingdoms and protector of the realm. He ruled the Seven Kingdoms for 26 years and died in 129 AC, and after his death, the Dance of the Dragon began. During his span, he married twice. With his first wife, he had a daughter, Rhaenyra Targaryen, and with his second wife, he had 3 sons and a daughter. Rhaenyra, being the oldest one, after her birth, Viserys pronounced him the heir to the Iron Throne. And even after the birth of 3 sons, he never changed his decision for her to be the heir to the Iron Throne. So when Viserys Targaryen died, Alicent Hightower, Viserys' second wife, took control of the Red Keep and the King's Landing, and throwing in anyone and everyone who have been suspicious of supporting Rhaenyra's claim. And she made King Aegon II the king of the Seven Kingdoms with the help of Otto Hightower, her father, and the hand of the king. When news of Aegon's coronation reached Dragonstone and Rhaenyra, Daemon Targaryen puts a crown on Rhaenyra's head and proclaimed her the queen of the Seven Kingdoms in response to Aegon's coronation, and thus start the Dance of the Dragon. So this was the pretext for Dance of the Dragon, which is going to be the plot of House of the Dragon. So that will be it for this video. If you like the video, well, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.